Good morning. It's me, Leigh with Victorian Dreams by Leigh, and today is what? Part 6 or part 5? I think it's 6 already. So yeah, let's move this out of the way. And I want to say that we are doing Simply Wildflower Meadows Scrapbook Kit. And I want to remind everybody that I am not going to put these on until the very last minute, but you can put them where you think works best for you. Let me show you page the first part 1 was unboxing and putting the pages in. This is part 2. This is part 3. This is part 4. This is part 5. And we are doing part 6. So it is part 6. So we are doing this right here. It's got a lot of crisscross and it's really pretty. So let's move this out of the way and get started. It's time consuming, so I already did one and I'll do the other one. So this was yesterday's and it's the back sheet. So we pulled this out and this is what we're working on. And here is the other one. So let me make sure this is going the right direction, if it is a direction. This is very easy because it's got lines on it. I don't know if you can see there's lines. There's no measuring, just counting. Remember yesterday I told you to take one of the white sheets of paper that came with the cardstock, came with the album. They were inside the album. Let me get one to show you. It's very heavy and thick, really good. But these came in each sleeve. We don't use these. We want to take them out so it doesn't get bulky. We can reuse this, and we do use it a couple other times. I said to cut a 1/2 inch strip, all of them, and we need the whole sheet. This whole thing goes on both. And a 1/2 inch by 12. 1/2 inch, all the way down cut. And it will be all these. This is half of them. I already used the other half right here. Let me lighten the video for you. I think that's okay. Is that a little better for you? Maybe you can see a little better. Okay. Let me tell him I can't talk. Hey, I'm making a video. Can I call you back? Okay, bye-bye. So, he's on his phone. So, 1/2 inch, 12 inches long, okay? So, let's get started with this, and then we'll say what we need, okay? This is the extra from this page, so we're going to use it, and I'm going to show you how to make it quick and easy. The hardest part was just cutting these strips, and the reason why I chose this paper is it's got a grid line. The blue one has it too. That way you don't have to measure. So what we're going to do is there's a pink line here, so we're going to count at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of them. So we're going to go halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do the longest one. And we're going to put it in this corner. And we're going to stay on that side of the grid line. Not in the middle of it, but on that side of it so that it is straight. Okay? So let me pull this up and let me show you that straight line. I'm going to put the paper on this side of it, and we're going to cover the line. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it right there, and we're not going to have a lot to trim because we're going to have to add to this one. This one is the longest, and we're going to have to add paper to it. So let me show you. Okay, and then this extra one that we use from this page, we're just going to add it right to it. We use quite a bit of the extra pieces we cut off to make it 6 this way and 6 the other way. So we're going to butt this up together, and you will never see this because your flowers, your embellishments, your photo mats will all hide the seams, and you really don't see the seams. So what we're going to do, this is on the corner, so we're going to cut it. I have to get the Tim Holtz fussy cut scissors. They are very sharp and very thin. Just take your time and cut this right on that line because you don't want to see paper hanging. So just take your time. See this little sliver I had to cut. Okay, and then when you're done with this, you're going to have to clean those because I'm not going to cut every little piece. I'm only doing the ones I know I need to reuse. We trim all the way around when we're totally done. But you're going to have to clean your scissors because you don't want that glue and tape and all stuck to them. So we can either start this way or this way. So we did this one. We're going to skip the next line and we're going to go to this one. And we're going to go right on the edge of the paper. We don't want to hang over like that much because we could use that and that's a waste. So we really want to go right to the edge and only have to cut just that tip. And we're going to stay right on that line. And it almost made it. But guess what? We have plenty of these left over to just stick right there. So you just go and stick that little piece right there. And you'll trim it. See how it hangs over now? And then we'll trim all those that hang over. Okay? So don't throw any of your little pieces away until your page is totally complete. Now since this one is, now we're going to go back and we're going to not do this one. We're going to skip that. Then we're going to do this one. We're trying to do all the long ones first, and then with our leftover pieces is when we fill in the little ones. Just watch this before you do it and you'll understand what I mean. You need a little piece there, but that's not a problem. We're kind of jumping from here to here, here to here. Now we're going to skip this line and go to this line, and this line is on this side of it. All of them are going on that side. None of them are on this side of the line. They're all going that side of the line. And it squares out. So we'll put it there. There we go. Push hard on every one after you have it down and you're happy with it. Okay, but we are going to cut the long lines as we go. We're not minding those little tips, but the long ones we have to cut as we go because we need it. Do we either put it here or we look and say, will it fit here? And it does. It fits on that, skip a line and go here, so let's just go ahead and use it here. And now, we're not minding these little tips. We'll cut that at the very end, but we're going to cut this one, and we're going to fix them to use it right now on this piece. Instead of cutting it and everything, I just add it to that line and I overlap it. So let me show you. It's all white, and I just overlapped that cut piece because the mat or a flower will cover it up. Then I come back and I trim this. Starts putting more weight on the paper. And we go both directions, remember? So that's pretty small, so we're going to save that. The other pieces are over here. We're going to have to grab one more because we're going to do this one and this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fifth. So it's this one. We skip that one, and we're going to do this one, and we're going to be on this side of that line. So let's make sure it's off the page just a hair, and then come down off that and push down. You're like, it looks choppy. No, it won't, because so much is going to cover it up. Okay, and then we have to do this line here. And we know that this will fit. So we're going to put that there. Okay. Now we have to rotate. We haven't trimmed it yet. We have to rotate, and now we have to do these lines. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we know we want to do the longest one first. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to go all the way at the tip and on top. Now it becomes like a basket weave. Okay, now let's get another one. And if you end up not having enough strips, no problem. Cut one or two more strips off another sheet of paper. We're going to wait on this and get an extra one to fit here. So we're going to skip one and go to this one. Go just off and put it and push down so that it adheres really good. And we're not worried about this one because we know we'll have extra. The first time I did it, I had 2 extra strips. We'll see how this works. So let's go every other one on this main line, then every other one. One here, one here. So skip this one, then go to this one. And it's barely off the page so that it fits. Stay just on that line, cover up just that line. And see, this time it went off the page and it worked. Now we're going to do this one. And we're going to do, it doesn't matter, so we're going to skip a line and do this one. So let's skip that line and put it right here. This is why I've prepped. But we need to go ahead and trim this one. We have a lot of trimming to do, but we need to go ahead and trim this one because I want to cut as straight as possible. Because we know we need to use it. Will it fit here and do it? Yes. So I would rather use this big, long piece. Take all the tape off. I would rather go ahead and use this big, long piece right here so that it will appear and only a hair is off. Look how much extra we have. Now we have to do that again. and we skip one and we do this one. That's why I say don't stick it way out here and waste this, because you really do need to use almost everything. And put it here. Just take your time. This is all about having the music on, or a good old movie that you don't have to look up at and watch, or rerun, or Skyping with friends. And just take your time, and the end product turns out really nice. Okay, so which direction are we going? So we need to fill this in right here. And we have to trim it because we need to use that piece. But then we're going to trim all of it. Okay, so where are we at? We still need to do this over here. And we still need to do this one. This one isn't long enough, but this one is skip a line and do this one. This one is long enough. So we can put that there. Okay, now we have this one to do, and then skip that one. Now, we do have, instead of using this last piece, and it would make it quite easy, we have all these extras from this one and this one. So I'm going to see if I can just use my scraps and fill in. Get a couple of long ones. Actually, I have enough, so I am going to square this up and put it on, and I'm going to put it on there. So let's check and make sure every other line is done, and it went all the way around. So we have an extra piece that we didn't use out of those strips. You could make your own borders if you run out of borders and make it 1 inch, or this is a 1/2 inch. So, don't waste that white paper. Okay, so now we got to go all the way around and cut all those little tick mark, those little pieces off. So let's do that. I can cut 2 or 3 at a time before I got to clean my scissors, because it's sticking to my scissors. I'm going to go get some alcohol or wipey, and when I'm done with this project, clean them. When I'm done with this project, I'm going to go get in my pool and do water aerobics. That's my last project. I'm going to do in my craft room today, or the project I'm doing in my craft room today. Wash. I think I already started laundry. Let's see here. Got to cut it both directions. I don't want to rush, because I don't want to mess up my layout. Cut into the paper. So sorry, but we have to do the 2-speed on this. One more side. This is a basket weave or crisscross. Okay. So Let's make sure it's going the right direction because I think we're using this paper next. I'm not sure, but let me see if this is the right direction. That's the right direction, and let's make this the right direction because it should line up on here. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't line up. Huh. Yeah, it does. Right there. Okay. And it is the right direction. Yeah. Okay. So now let's say, what do we need to finish this project? Okay. So bring it all out. Okay, we need 2 of these green ones. I'm going to go at the top. We need 1, 2, 4 of the green square photo mats. We need 2 of the white, 1 for each page. 1 journaling card. Now the flowers, we're going to need sometimes I count wrong because they're stuck to each other. So, okay. So we need 2 of these, 1 for each. We need 2 of these, 1 for each page. We need 2 of these, 1 for each page. 2 butterflies, 4 of these. Okay. So now let's get the green. And find my tape. I am going to only use this from Walmart because there's a whole bunch of little holes and stuff, so I'm kind of like going to go in between stay off those holes so that doesn't pick up dust throughout the years. So there's the one, and here's the other. Okay, now we're going to put this. It's hard to do the lines when it was bumpy because of the project underneath, because we're using the front and the back. But it worked. You just got to take your time. So we put that one down. This one's flat, but this is a little bumpy because of what's underneath it. And we're going to put this one down. Okay. And then we take that there, that there, and that there, and that's there. I'm looking over my shoulder at the original. I'm going to put this one here, and this one here. But you see how it's a little different? If you don't like it, then you can twist it, and it would be the same. Of course, you would twist these. You could twist it, and it would be the same. And I like it a little changed up. Also, a reminder, if your pictures are not going this direction, you can always twist it, and then it's going the direction you need. And see, you can twist both. And if you have to twist it, just make sure like these are either at the top or on the outside, because it doesn't look as good if they're not kind of uniform. So that's where those are going to go, and that's where those are going to go. The journaling card, we're going to go ahead and find that location, and it's going to go here. So now we know where all that is going. Let's go ahead and put the tape, and we do all little 4 corners so that it won't fly up. to tape on all this and glue it down. I don't do the four corners on the journaling card because that's the only thing that may have to be moved for the direction of your photos. If you ever have hot glue, any type of glue, and it needs to come up, or any tape needs to come up, use your heat gun and hit it for 2-3 seconds at the most. And then maybe start with this tip all the way out and just gently get underneath it, and it will come up. Then you glue it down where you need and add extra glue. And go back to how you do it. You can do that on lace, paper, material, anything. Okay, and that goes there. So let's see. Fine. So this is going to go right underneath those borders, and we have like a finger. Like a finger. Let's bring it down and let's go right there. Why does that look a little crooked? So I want to straighten it out. Yep. I'm sticking to everything. Okay. Now we're going to put the journaling card right about here. And then the white one, we're going to go right about here. Okay, that one's done. Now let's go to this one. The same way, go the other direction. So we want this to go all the way down, a little bit further down. We want it to go here. We have one finger in between. One finger in between. It's pretty wide. So if we do one finger in between, you know, it kind of needs to go right about there. We want this to be straight across. And then see, like this was spliced together right here. We want it, but it's getting covered up because this is going right there. Now let's do the flowers. Okay, so I'm going to bring this to you so I can see it better. I'm going to do this one first, so it's this page on the right. So let's put it where it needs to go. Butterfly is going there. This is going right here. This is going right here. That's going right here. That's going right here. And what is this? This is going right here. Okay. So I cut this leaf off. So I'm going to cut that leaf off. So that way it's not just leaf on top of leaf on top of leaf. Okay, let's do the butterfly. It's quick and easy. It just goes right there. That out of the way from it, and then we're going to use this one. And we just want to kind of join all four, all three of the pictures together. We want the flower to touch all three of the frames, and we want to rotate it to kind of look good. So we're going to rotate it a little bit and put it right there. Let's not glue that one down yet too much because we're going to take this gold ephemera or die cut. And you know how we hide that seam? Not seam, but bottom. And we're going to put that in pretty good amount. And I'm also going to put the white flower on top. And we're going to just stick it here. I'll show you. I put the white leaf on top of the green one, and I stuck it further down than normal. Okay, we still have to do this one. So that's the direction it's going. And I thought it just needed a little something else. So we stick it like right here. And it looks like a lot more going on. Okay, we had so many extra embellishments because we had 180 of them for 24 pages. Because remember, I added 2 extra plastic sleeves to this. You only have 10, so you could even have more embellishments. So we were able to add more. Okay, so this one is going this kind of direction. We don't want to cover up. Move that. See how easy that comes up? So we want to put this kind of like right here. And then we want to add this right about there because we don't want to cover up the lines. But then this last piece, I want to add more. You don't have to add as many as maybe you can have a lot left over. But when you give it, when you're gifting it to family or your grandbabies, because I'm gifting it to my granddaughters, I don't mind using extra. So I am going to put this, you can hide that tail, and or you could cut it, and I'm going to stick it right there, and then push it all down. So there's that page. Now let me move this over a little, and let's do the next page. I'm going to throw these away and bring out these. Let's see what we can put. The butterfly. Oh, the butterfly's in a totally different place. You don't want everything matchy-matchy, so the butterfly is right here. And you know, that butterfly can hide a seam. Like if you have a seam somewhere, and that might have been the original, if you have a seam that you didn't want noticed, put the butterfly on it. So then we're going to get this one. And we want to join these together. And we want to move it around just enough. We don't want a lot. And it's so flat, it's not double, so we didn't have to keep the tape on there to make it a tuck spot, because when you go to put a picture on it, it will be flat. So let's see if I can picture. So if we were going to put a picture here that was square, it could go on it, and it's flat, and you won't notice it. When I make a tuck spot out of these is when it's doubled and then you tuck under. Okay? That was my daughter-in-law and my grandbaby. Okay, so what is next? Next is this one. And we put it under here. Just add it together. Okay? Then this one. had it going. This one was laying down, but this one we're standing up because of the space and all. And we're putting it that way. And we're going to get this one. And we didn't stick it all the way down here because I knew I was coming in underneath it and adding that. A lot of times I don't want to add so much embellishments and stuff, but because I'm giving it to the grandbabies, then I cut. See, this was what happens if you don't cut it off. See how that leaf messes up the blue flower? So what I'm doing is cutting that off. It became round. Our last piece, and we are done. And then we put the flower like that, and it looks very nice. So there you go. There is the two-page layout for today. I hope you liked it. It was a little bit more work, but I think it's well worth it. Now you have this idea to do on any pages you want. So I want to say thank you. All my links are down below, and I hope that you're enjoying this series. Please tell me if you're watching, and if you're enjoying it, and if you want to see anything else. I do have the Christmas albums, and I will be doing a Christmas album too. I won't be doing the Christmas album until I come back off my anniversary trip for a week to Alaska on a cruise. That is coming up. And so you will probably be watching these while I'm on my trip, so I won't answer back to anybody for that week because I pre-upload everything and put a date on it. And tell me, have you been to Alaska? This will be my second cruise. I did it on my 20th, and now it's my 40th, and I'm doing the cruise again. My husband's been there a lot because he used to go up there and fish, and since he's in the military, he could stay on a military basis for really cheap and only have to fly there. And it used to only cost $500 round trip, but that was way back 20 years ago. But yeah, I'm going to go on an Alaska cruise for 7 days, and so yeah. So that is all. Let me know what you think. Have a blessed day.